The Khajiiti spirit called Arum-Khal the Dark Adept and the Ancient Defiler. Could Arum-Khal's fate and the fate of the Hidden Moon Adepts be intertwined? The former residents of the Hidden Moon Temple. They vanished centuries ago, but the ruins of their sanctuary remain. If they managed to seal a lich like Arum-Khal away, they clearly possess skills and techniques we can use. Yes, probably. Memories run deep in places like this, and where there are memories, there are spirits. Helpful ones, I hope. With any luck, one of them will answer our questions. Now, it's a long climb to the temple summit. Are you prepared? I'm going to take a moment to make sure we didn't miss anything here. I'll meet you at the temple summit soon, unless you needed something. Lichdom is a state of being, the most sophisticated form of undeath. While lesser necromancers busy themselves with other people's souls, liches turn inward, manipulating their own soul to gain power and extend their life. This is just academic curiosity, right? Because I can't overstate the risks. To become a lich, the necromancer must press their soul through an arcane vessel called a phylactery. This requires a lifetime of study, mind you, and fierce power of will. Souls contain tremendous power, but they place certain checks on mortal will. Divesting the two, soul and mortal form, removes these boundaries. The effect is a virtually limitless magical horizon. The process extracts a heavy toll, of course. Traveling through the phylactery can tear a lich's psyche apart, resulting in madness. Long separation from one's soul can lead to apathy and megalomania as well. In almost all cases, lichdom becomes a curse in very short order. A few. We should get back to the task at hand. Well, for starters, he's more than just a lich. He is also a dro-m. Yes, sticks in the throat a bit, doesn't it? Dro-m means something like dark spirit in the Khajiiti tongue, but I think that definition falls woefully short of describing them accurately. Something unique. Some mages believe they're Daedra who serve the Dark Prince Namira. Others contend that the dro-m are just mortal Khajiiti souls held in her thrall. Neither definition sounds right to me. There are things about Khajiiti souls that even I, a master of soul conjuring, don't understand. For instance, only Khajiit can become dro-m. This indicates there's some hidden capacity or dreadful flaw unique to the race. A duality. Yes, a tension between two opposing natures, a choice of some kind that no other race has to make. It's a fascinating puzzle. If we survive this, and that is a significant if, I intend to give it my undivided attention. I know little more than what I've already told you. I can guess its age from the state of the masonry and the religious motifs, I suppose. Early First Era, perhaps. The Hidden Moon Adepts venerated Azura above other deities. That much is clear. Well, modern Khajiiti teachings claim a third moon appears in the sky to usher in the birth of a new Main, the spiritual leader of the Khajiit. Perhaps there was a time when it meant something else. That would make sense. My lady carries a single moon in her right hand, and legends speak of her parting the Tamrielic moons, Mazza and Secunda, with a whisper. Stands to reason that she might hold dominion over this third hidden moon too. you've arrived. I sense there's a great deal to uncover here. It's as I thought. Spirits cling to practically every stone up here, some more sociable than others. One in particular, it feels welcoming, but old, wary. Have a look around. With any luck, at least one of these entities will present itself. Some kind of Khajiit children's tale?
You know better than that, witch of Azura.
Greetings, Spirit. We've come in good faith.
Very well. Who is this youth who travels with you, I wonder? Come, child. Let old Mazza-Mirri have a look at you.
An elderly Alfiq? Oh, that's a stroke of good fortune. Few Khajiit speak with more wisdom than an Alfiq clan mother. Speak with her, but try to be diplomatic. Remember, we're the intruders. The smallest fur stock of the Khajiit. Most are blessed with strong magical aptitude and the gift of foresight. Of course, gifts like that can turn a skillful liar into a master deceiver, so listen carefully. I'll do the same. No, but a small measure of skepticism certainly can't hurt. Come, let's see what she wants to tell you.
Trespasser or pilgrim? Both, I think. But you walk this path aimlessly, child. I am Mazza-Mirri, clan mother of the Hidden Moon. Why are you here, I wonder? Too late for that. Our rewards flicker and fade. My children all lie dead. No one and nothing remains to stop Arum-Khal. We failed. I failed. Even if a champion emerged to wield the Moonlight Blade, the hour is too late. Azura's Sword of the Faithful. Oof, you know nothing of our ways, child. Even so, I see strength in you, and great deeds in your wake. Read the stones that still stand here. We will see if your mind and spirit are as keen as your blades. How would you know what to ask? You know nothing. Just read the stones, child. The only people more impatient than the very young are the very old, and Mazza-Mirri is very old indeed. Deeds now, questions later.
Well, we did come here for a history lesson. We'd best do what she says for now. Huh? Surely you've been in the adventuring business long enough to know that looks can be deceiving? I don't understand her precise nature. Not yet, anyway. But she's flush with spiritual power. Don't take her for granted.
Why do you linger, child? Go! Learn.
So, the adepts acted as soul shepherds, ushering true souls to paradise and bent souls to this great darkness. Quite a task. I see. The Hidden Moon adepts practiced a form of necromancy here, pressing the souls of their corrupted kin into service so that they might be redeemed. Fascinating. The adepts charged themselves with defending the liminal border between this world and oblivion, the lunar lattice, as they saw it. Gatekeepers of a sort. Intriguing.
Come now, Wanderer. If you are not afraid, I have more to show you.
So, these hidden moon adepts use necromancy to guide and redeem lost Khajiit souls. Seems their good intentions had unintended consequences. Now that we know the hidden moon adept story, maybe Mazza-Mirri will agree to help us.
Do you see now, child? We servants of the hidden moon protected and guided the people's souls, both true souls and bent, guardians and redeemers. Now, all that remains of our order are old stones and old spirits. Spirits like me. Azura's twilight path, the path to love and redemption, is fraught with perils and temptations. I thought I prepared our adepts to face the darkness without falling to it. I failed. Arum-Khal is the result. How easy you make it sound. You may know that the dust storm will tear down your house, but knowledge alone will not beat back the wind. A wise corpse is no less dead. Come, Mazza-Mirri will teach you one last lesson.
I think we can trust this Mazza-Mirri. Do as she asks and learn what you can. I'm going to head back to the tomb where you destroyed the phylactery. I can't shake the feeling that we missed something. We'll meet again soon. Azura guide you.
You mean to face a dark lich, but shrink at the sight of my cozy portal? We cannot enter the temple through normal means, child. Not yet. Trust old Mazza-Mirri and step into the light. Now for the story no teaching stone can tell. Arum-Khal served our order for many years as our greatest champion. But as his power grew, so did his pride. In time, he renounced his faith in Azura and turned to the dark path, the way of the dro-m. Many adepts fell under his sway, and the order collapsed into civil war. The battle sundered the temple and blighted the canyon below. We triumphed in the end, but Arum-Khal would not die. He fled, seeking refuge in one of his orbs. We locked the orbs away, but now our wards grow brittle, and Arum-Khal prepares to emerge once again. Only a warrior of the hidden moon can end this, and only with the powers of the Moonlight Blade. Make no mistake, child. Arum-Khal's power and hatred have only grown since we first locked him away. The remnants of our order spent their waning years looking for a way to destroy him permanently. We found one, but it carries great risk. It is more than a blade. It is a gateway, a path, a key, a sacred tool of our order, given to us by Azura herself. Perhaps you can bear this weapon's weight. Perhaps not. This calls for another test, I think. Only a handful of adepts have ever held the Moonlight Blade, and each of them possessed a will of iron. I need to know your quality. I will conjure dark spirits in the next chamber, Banish them without falling yourself, and the blade is yours. I would worry if you didn't. Well, go on. Ask your questions, child. Only the very crude would call it necromancy. Yes, we reanimated the skeletons of fallen Khajiit, but always as a path to redemption. The dro-m who possessed those bones did so to earn their way back to paradise. By fighting for their true spirited kin, victory illuminated the soul and loosened Namira's hold on them. When the noise of the dark faded, even for an instant, they would remember who they were. Then we sent them home, to the crossing. On the edge of eternity, Azura watches over the gates of the crossing behind the lunar lattice. It is a twilight realm where death's tide reaches the afterlife shore. Khajiit must pass through it before they reach what waits beyond. Arum-Khal was one of my greatest pupils. Strong, very strong, and sharp as Boethra's tongue. Like you, he asked endless questions. Why, Mazza-Mirri, why? Why? Why do we not aid more dro-m? Why fear Namira if we bear Azura's blade? Why do we fear at all? My answers never satisfied him. He was fiercely loyal to Azura, but resentful too. Impatient and powerful enough to doubt our warnings. When the time came to select a new steward of the Moonlight Blade, Azura chose another to wield it. Shando-ri, his friend and rival. Arum-Khal grew furious. He cursed Azura and swore revenge on the mother who spurned him. Soon after, yes, he whispered lies to his fellow adepts, convinced them that Azura treated us as slaves and worse. Then came the battle. We did not realize what Arum-Khal had become when the fighting started. Now we know. As I said before, it is a gift from our mother, Azura, and the greatest treasure of our order. Those who learn the Moonlight Blade's discipline can cut through the boundaries between worlds and usher souls from one realm to another. We did. But despite the sword's power, Arum-Khal escaped to a place where we could not follow. The adepts who survived our war with the liche made great sacrifices to further empower the blade. But by the time we were done, none remained to wield it. Yes, it is. He twisted our powers to create something profane. We must use our powers to destroy it. The dro-m approach, child. Will you dance to the song of the dark? Or will you close your ears and fight? Well done, child, well done. Come, the sword is just ahead. Behold, child, Shando-ri, guardian of the Moonlight Blade. Know that if you take the sword, you take an oath to destroy Arum-Khal as well. You asked for a means to destroy Arum-Khal. It rests in the arms of Shando-ri. Take it, child.
Mazza-Mirri. So, the fateful moment is upon us.
It is, Shando. It is good to see Shando again. Speak with him, child. I am certain he has things to tell you.
So, Mazza-Mirri's champion arrives at last. Then the battle is upon us. Azura be praised. I am Shando-ri of the Hidden Moon. Together, we will destroy the dark spirit of Arum-Khal. The blade and I are one. Long ago, I turned away from the sands behind the stars, from paradise, and asked Azura to let me reside within this sword instead. Here, I will stay until Arum-Khal has hissed his last. Patience. The blade has rested here for too long. My connection to Azura and the lunar lattice feels faint, weak. We cannot face Arum-Khal until we restore the sword to its former strength. We should seek out this sword mender as soon as possible. Arum-Khal has spent centuries plotting this escape. If he regains his full strength, even the powers of the Moonlight Blade may fall short. Yes, it does my heart good to see her again. She was my teacher, and after Arum-Khal betrayed us, she became a dear friend as well. Mazza-Mirri swore to safeguard the blade and the temple for as long as necessary. As always, she was true to her word. Speaking about oneself is an act of vanity. I prefer to let my actions speak for me. As you wish. In life, I serve the Order as a defender of the lattice and steward of the Moonlight Blade. Any dark creature that crept into this world fell by my hand. Arum-Khal fought at my side for many years, but I failed to see the dark in him. Missed? Or chose not to see. Banishing spirits brought him too much joy. A hidden moon adept's true calling lies in charity, humility, forgiveness. Our dominion over Khajiit souls made us guides and confessors. Violence was always a last resort. Arum-Khal was my brother. I tried to... He would not see reason. He does not seek forgiveness or redemption. He thirsts for power and death and must be destroyed. On this subject, I will say no more. An ancient gift from our patron Azura. We prayed over it under the lantern light of Joan and Jode for 6 months before channeling my soul into it. The blade will not fail us. You have my word. It exists here on Nirni, but not only here. I would say more, but simply describing the blade's power does it no justice. Restore the sword, champion. By the grace of Azura, all will become clear soon. Dark moons, has the faith truly withered that much? Azura is the mother of all Khajiit. She lifted us up and bound us to the lunar lattice. Hers is the gift of Ja-Kha, the eternal, unified spirit of our people, and all our perfect forms. Yes, Azura charged us with safeguarding lost souls and bringing them back to her embrace. Every soul of the Ja-Kha is sacred. I served her in life. I serve her still in death. And I will serve her in any life that is yet to come.
You have the means to destroy Arum-Khal now. Azura watch over you. Take care of Shando, child. Each of you will need the other before the end. Brave Shando-ri will guide you now, child. But do not fear. Old Mazza-Mirri will be watching.
Oh, welcome back.
A witch of Azura? You bring worthy allies to this battle, sword wielder.
And you've made a new friend, I see. Excellent.
She is not of the Ja-Kha, but I can sense a deep devotion to Azura from this ally of yours. Mother is guiding us, as she always does.
I didn't gather up any ancient spirits like you, but I did make a vital discovery. In studying the phylactery you destroyed, I identified 3 more orbs hidden deep within the temple catacombs. We should make destroying them a priority. The Moonlight Blade, eh? And I assume this spirit bound himself to the sword somehow. Fascinating. With this blade, and a wise spirit guiding us, we finally have a real chance at defeating Arum-Khal. Well done, my friend. Azura's will...